So we are starting our MBA project. Um, each day in Schoology, I'm going to post um, a new day, obviously, so a new page, and it'll give you the instructions for what's expected of you to finish for that day. And so when we go to Schoology, right now you can see two things. You can see our project with the rubric, that's where our spreadsheet is, and then you can see the NBA project day 1. And so um, each day a new one of these pages will show up and it'll give you your instructions. So let's get back to our spreadsheet. Open your spreadsheet, you see let's get started. This is what you're doing for day 1. You are going to complete just a couple of little things. So first we need to complete our intro questions, and our intro questions are 3 questions. If it says to complete them in 3 sentences, you need to do that. If it says you can just list it, then just list it. So number 1 says, can you judge a basketball player by his or her performance from a single game? Why or why not? What type of data would you want to look at when comparing basketball players? So the whole point of this project is to pick the best player for your team. You have 1 open slot, who are you going to get? And so we need to know what we're comparing. We can't just pick one because he's our favorite. We need to know which player had certain characteristics that made him stand out. And so what would those be, or what are some important things that you're looking for your team? Number 3, does the team with the best probability of winning always win? Why or why not? And so you're going to complete those 3, and then you're going to go and you'll notice at the bottom there are these little tabs. And so we're going to scroll down to the bottom and we're going to click on Player Overview. We're not doing all of these tabs today, so don't work ahead because there's certain things that I ask you to do and certain formulas I ask you to use. So make sure that you are actually watching each of your videos throughout and actually reading all of your instructions, so that way you can get all of your points. All right, so we are looking at 3 players over 20 games. And so game 1 is our early in the season game, and then game 20 is their most recent, like the last game they played right before their season sadly got cut short. And so we are looking at how they're doing over time. And so over time, we want to see, are they getting better? Are they getting worse? Are they consistent? So that's why game 1's early in the season and game 20 is most recent. All right, so our 3 players that we're looking at, all of us are looking at the same ones, and we have LeBron James, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo. I definitely butchered that last name. However, I'm pretty sure so does he sometimes. And then player 3, we have James Harden. So what we're going to do today is find the sums and averages of each player's points, assists, and rebounds. For those of you who don't know anything about basketball, that's okay. The points, that's how many times they scored per game. So they've shot the ball through the hoop. Their assists, this is how many times they passed the ball, and then whoever they passed the ball to scored. So if they were the last one to touch the ball before their teammates scored, then they have the assist. So that means that they're passing the ball and they're getting points. Their team's getting points from it. Rebounds would be when someone shoots the ball and it like hits the backboard or it hits the rim and they grab it. And so that means they're getting the ball back. So rebounds would be us getting back on offense, so that way we can then score again. It's kind of it in a nutshell. So to do this, I'm not going to ask you to grab a calculator because we don't need to do that. We are going to use a formula. So we're going to type in equals and then sum parentheses, and then you are going to go and drag all 20 of the games and you're going to highlight it and you're going to enter. So you need to do that for the rest of these. I'm only showing you LeBron's points for their sum and average. you need to do this for the rest of it. So you're going to do equals, sum, parentheses, and then you're going to drag the assists down. But since we're all doing the same players, I'm not going to give you all the answers. And so you are going to do this one on your own. And all of them on your own. And then we're going to do average. So to do the average, you're going to hit equals, type in average, parentheses. I spelled average wrong. Hold on. Sorry. Parentheses. So if you can see it down here, this is what you're going to type in. And then again, you're going to drag down all 20 games, and you're going to hit enter. So again, I'm not going to show you how to do that on every single one of them because you need to know how to do it for all of them, so I'm not giving you answers. But now it's your turn. So get to your spreadsheet and go ahead and answer those intro questions as well as do the sum and average.